All right, everybody. Thank you for joining Char Griller Live. It's me, Certified Creole Barbecue. I have the smoking champ already heated up, rolling at 300. So it's pretty much a go. And what we're doing today is 2 monster Cowboy steaks, caveman style. First, we're gonna smoke them, then we're gonna caveman them. So these Cowboy steaks are absolute monsters. Let me show them to you guys real quick. Here's one. Okay, check this bad boy out. So we have 2 of them. They're about 3.5 pounds each or so. One is a little bit bigger than the other. But in just a minute, we're gonna go to my prepping table, get these all prepped up. These have been outside, or out of the fridge, I should say, for about 45 minutes or so. Getting at room temperature. I just brought them outside right now. So just getting into the pit right here, we have the smoking champ 1733, already rolling smoke. It's at 300, and when we smoke this, we're gonna use some mango wood from Puerto Rico. Big shout out to my homie Jimmy for sending me this awesome smoking wood. I've used it a few times. It's great. It's a light, fruity, sweet flavor. I've had it on my side firebox just warming up. I'm gonna actually go ahead and put it in here, because what I have in here right now is lump charcoal from Fogo. I got the eucalyptus blend going. This big old bag, along with the premium blend. So we have a mixture. I like mixing those 2 blends of charcoal. Couple reasons. The lumps in this eucalyptus are just absolutely awesome. Big lumps. And then my premium, they're smaller lumps, but man, they just burn so good. They really do. So I'm gonna just go ahead, put that in there, that smoking wood. That should give us around 300 or so, because when we smoke these, or when we hit these Cowboy steaks with smoke, we're gonna hit them at about 300 or so. I got my top smokestack open to allow the smoke to flow around the food and not suffocated inside the grill. I got my grill grates nice and clean. They're scraped, they're oiled, as well as I have a Char Griller drip pan in there too as well, with a little bit of water. And then when the steaks are ready, we're just gonna go ahead and put them in there, smoke them, and then it'll be a part 2. So this is a 2-part live today that we're gonna be doing. So the first part is we're gonna be prepping the steaks, and then we're gonna throw them on to the pit, and then after that, I'm gonna jump off, let them smoke, get to internal temperature about 120, 125 or so, and then we're gonna sear them off caveman style over some hot lump charcoal. We're gonna use the Fogo eucalyptus blend when we rev it up and get it nice and hot and give it that caveman. So shout out to everybody who's in the live. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and let's go ahead and get started. But first, I'm gonna give you guys a closer look at how I have my pit set up too as well, so you guys can see inside my side firebox. Oh man, I'm so sorry, you guys. So I was a little bit too far. So what I was saying is I'm using some mango wood in here. Okay, so we have some mango smoking wood with some Fogo eucalyptus lump charcoal, along with the premium blend. Okay, and we're just gonna let that burn. That wood will be nice and hot coming up. We're gonna smoke the Cowboy steaks at about 300 or so. Hit them with that smoke at about like 300. And if you see in here, our grill is nice and clean. Drip pan is in there, ready to go. And we'll go ahead and get smoking. And I'll show you guys how to work this Smoking Champ 1733, because to be quite honest, it's an awesome grill right here. When I first started barbecuing, I started barbecuing on the Smoking Champ 1624, and absolutely incredible. I still have it. I'll never let it go. And this was just this version is an upgraded version model that they made here recently. It's one of their new pits, and it's absolutely awesome. You can find it at Home Depot, chargriller.com, and it'll run you about $200 to $210. So runs great. One thing that I really like about it too as well, you guys, what they did a great job on this pit here is the paint job that they did on the side fire box. Absolutely awesome. Puro fuego on that, the char griller. Hasn't chipped, hasn't peeled, hasn't rusted, nothing. So major upgrade on that note. So let's go ahead, get to these Cowboy steaks, get them seasoned up, so that way we can get them onto the pit and keep this live rolling, okay? Give me just a few moments. Just setting up here at my prep table. You can get Fogo at Ace Hardware, True Value, or FogoCharcoal.com. It's some great stuff. It really is. I absolutely love Fogo Charcoal. I've been using it for years now. Some good quality stuff. So just getting set up here. And again, we got these monster Cowboy steaks going. And to everybody who's just joining us, this is going to be a two-part live today. We're going to get these seasoned up, throw them onto the pit. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and sign off for a little bit. Let these get to temperature, about 120, 125 or so. And when we do that, we'll go ahead and get that Caveman sear on these bad boys. So each one of these are about 3.5 pounds or so. Absolutely monster Cowboy steaks. We're gonna hit them with an olive oil on both of them, I should say, and then char griller steak rub on one. And then we're gonna be using Warren G's Sniffing Griffin beef rub here, which is absolutely awesome stuff too as well, along with some Brazilian salt from my homie Vinny, fellow Team Char Griller ambassador. Sent me this salt. It's absolutely awesome, from Brazil. Great stuff. So chunky, so flavorful. So, and that salt will go on both of these here. So that's what we're gonna end up doing, is olive oil, 1-in-1 rub, and then Brazilian salt on both. So let's go ahead and dive into this. So again, just some olive oil here. Whoa, went a little crazy on that olive oil, but it's all right. I'll just go ahead and spread it around and get it all over. Came out of that nozzle pretty quick. So I hope everybody's having a great Sunday. Gonna have some great eating today with these massive Cowboy steaks that we have here. They're so good. And if you're looking for these steaks here, I find these at Sam's Club. And they're pretty much always in stock whenever I go. Never really a time that there hasn't been in stock. So There we go. And I'm gonna put olive oil on both of these right now. So there we go. Didn't pour out as much that time. So, and as we're seasoning these up, if you guys have any questions, just let me know. I'll try to answer them best as possible. But just so you guys know too as well, this coming up Thursday, I'm doing a Facebook Live with Char Griller, a questionnaire. So you can ask any questions and I'll go ahead and answer them. It'll be more of an interview type style Facebook Live with questions and whatnot. So join us on Thursday at 6 Central Time. So I'm gonna put a little bit more olive oil on this one. And then another thing too is with my Cowboy steaks is I don't put foil or any wrapping on the handle right here. I will put olive oil, okay, on it. And that just helps it brown and whatnot, prevent it from burning. And then when we go to Caveman style, it's just easier for me to handle it. And it's just preference as far as to as well not putting any foil or anything onto the onto the handle of the Cowboy steak here. So now we're gonna hit this first one with some Char Griller steak rub. Okay, just getting a new set of gloves on. Anybody who follows me knows I'm the glove man. I'm the CEO of the gloves. So, and on these first, we're gonna hit this one again with the steak rub from Char Griller Grills. I've been using this one for a while now. It's some great stuff. I'm gonna get all in the inside, on the outside. And I won't season the handle either. Just gonna put that in there. Make sure that seasoning sticks. And then now I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with Brazilian salt. And look at how chunky this Brazilian salt is. It's absolutely awesome stuff, you guys. I mean, literally like rocks. And then, as far as cooking these, we're gonna cook them, smoke them with the fogo along with the mango. Okay, smoking wood. And then we're also gonna let them get to internal temperature, 120, 125, and then we're gonna sear these bad boys off over the hot coals. And then too as well, right before we sear them off, we're gonna also we're gonna put some garlic parsley butter, some fresh garlic parsley butter on these here too as well. So, and now, and I do apologize, now I'm using some Sniffin' Griffin. If you guys know who the rapper Warren G is, this is his brand right here, Sniffin' Griffin Barbecue. He has some good rubs too. So, many people may be surprised that Warren G has some rubs, but he barbecues and has some rubs out there. So, Sniffin' Griffins. Just getting this on here. And this one right here is my wife's favorite, so I use it often. And then again, we're gonna hit it with some Brazilian salt. All right, these are looking good. So these are ready for the smoker, you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna sear these off at the end. Okay, I'm gonna smoke them first, give them a nice smoke bath, and then I'm gonna caveman style. So, and the caveman will be in part 2 of this live today. Okay, so today's live is gonna be a 2-part live, and now we're just gonna go ahead and get this on over to the smoker. Just give me a few seconds here. Get something situated. Gonna take these. And now we're just moving on over back to the pit here, okay? And if you see here, we're right under 300, which is a-okay. My target is to smoke these, hit it with some smoke at about 300 or so until internal temperature 120, 125. And if you see here, our wood is burning nicely. So let me just set this stand down and get these onto the pit. Couple of seconds, you guys. My stand here is giving me a little bit of trouble, but I'm a-okay now. All right, so let's go ahead and get these steaks onto the pit. This one right here is the char griller steak rub steak. Okay. And we're gonna put that one right there. And this one is the Sniffing Griffins beef rub with Brazilian salt. Both of them have Brazilian salt. And then we're gonna put that one right there. Okay. So both our steaks are on. See here, I pretty much have them lined up, going up against this grill grate right here. Okay. Just to give it some room, kind of like to where it's kind of like how I like to place my meat when smoking. I don't like to go too far over here, just because this area right here coming out of the side firebox is pretty hot. Okay, so I'm gonna stay right here in the middle. Let me close this. And I have my top smokestack open. When I'm smoking, again, I can't stress it enough. For me, I like to keep it open, just because it just allows the smoke to flow over the food, doesn't suffocate, and the smoke doesn't sit in there. When I have it open, I learned that from a pit master. When I first started barbecuing, he noticed I had my top smokestack closed slightly when I was doing some ribs. And I'm telling you, when I opened that smokestack all the way open, it was one of the major things that changed the way I barbecue. So it's just something to consider when smoking. Don't get me wrong, when I'm grilling and whatnot and trying to get control over my temperature, yeah, I'm gonna slightly close it and whatnot. But when it's ready for that long smoke and my smoke is rolling nice and steady, I have it open. Okay, when smoking. All right. So this is part 1 of the live. Our Cowboy steaks are on the pit. We'll be back for part 2 in probably about 90 minutes or so. So stay tuned in, and appreciate everybody who has tuned in so far. So the day's just getting started. I'm gonna take you guys all the way through this Cowboy steak and how we sear it off, because we're gonna sear it off caveman style. It's gonna get hot, it's gonna get fiery over here, so stay tuned in. I'll come to the back of the phone too and answer some questions if you guys have some questions too as well. So unfortunately, Mark, I do apologize. They don't have the cutting boards on the website. I do apologize. Yeah, Tom, this Smoking Champ 1733 is absolutely awesome. I learned on the 1624, the original Smoking Champ. And like I always say, it taught me how to barbecue. It's where I learned absolutely everything, to be honest with you. How to smoke, how to grill, how to manage my temperature. It was a great first grill to have. I still have it. I'll never get rid of it because it's an absolute workhorse and it works for me. So yeah, Bob, the OG champ, absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. All right, you guys, I'm going to sign off for now. I'll be back in about 90 minutes or so, and we'll check in on our steaks, get that caveman going, get the fire nice and hot, and we'll be ready to go. So everybody have a great day, and we'll be logging on in about 90 minutes or so. Stay tuned in.